Good afternoon, Vikings, and welcome to a very busy day at Niles North's campus. We are coming to you live with the bottom of the first with our baseball team. They're playing against the Ridgewood Rebels. Directly to the right of the current camera angle, we've also got softball, and right behind us at Chuck Post Stadium, we got a girls' soccer game. So lots of stuff going on, and we are happy to bring you some baseball this afternoon. This is our first baseball game we are covering this season, and it has looked like a good one. A couple of hits already as the Vikings are up to bat. And as you could probably hear, it is incredibly windy out. We've got some gusts up here that is definitely affecting our streaming abilities. So we apologize for any technical difficulties that might cause. As I speak, my laptop is currently trying to fly off the table. So, I mean, that just to give you an idea of what we're working with here. Vikings are up to bat. Viking trying to steal a base at third, and pitches off, no hit. Another one, again, no hit. Rebel pitches off, and it's a strike. Now rotating, we'll get the Rebels on offense, the Vikings on the field as we enter the top of the second. Now, in high school baseball, there are 7 innings, meaning it'll be a bit of a shorter one, but short but sweet. Got the Vikings warming up in the field. And this is a pretty seasoned team. We got a lot of seniors, I know. Mitchell Tuckton, Kelsey, a lot of them. Max Campos, just tons of seniors. And so I think their expertise will certainly bring a new level to this game. They opened up their season with a 7-4 loss. They went into the 7th inning, tied at 4-4, and gave up 3 runs. So this has been definitely a team that has experienced a lot of adversity, but a team that I'm confident knows how to get back. Yeah, and we talk about experience, but we also have a young core on this team, a couple of freshmen. So definitely a lot of variety, and those freshmen have the opportunity to, hear from the veterans on the team, which is always something you love to see in a program. Keep in mind that's all contained on the varsity end. The JV team has also been doing pretty well, developing well this season, and so I think head coach John Larson has a great program going on. Gonna get started with the second inning soon. In the meantime, we'll take you over to our softball event. We can get moving. Lots of stuff going on there. I'm not necessarily sure who their opponent is, but we got a live ball in the softball game, and almost out. They missed the catch. Out at second. Umpire again set up at baseball. And right now we've got some winds that are currently trying to take out our secondary camera and our table, but we have a Ridgewood batter up. They start off with a ball. Ridgewood pitch is off. All right, I apologize. Viking pitch. And it's a ball yet again. Oh, 2 count. Now a 1-2 count. It's going to be a strike on the Vikings. Ruled ball. Now 1-3 on the batter. And it's going to be a walk. 4 balls. Got a Viking on first plate. And another batter up to swing. Again, I apologize. We are in the field. Ridgewood is going to walk. You know, this day has been very disorienting given the wind. We've had to tie down the table. You know, lots of stuff going on here in the backfields, and so we apologize yet again. Pitch is off. Looked like he wanted a bunt. Bunted and foul ball. Attempts the bunt yet again. Going to be called a strike. Pitch is off, swung, and ruled foul. Couple of foul balls now for the Ridgewood Rebels at the top of the second. Could see another one here as the pitch comes off. It swung and into the outfield, a couple of dives. And ruled safe at second. Also got a runner at first. Rebels now getting into better scoring position as they bring up another batter. It's going to be their number 27 up to bat. Bunted. It's going to be out at third, safe in second and first. Yeah, the angle the ball came off the bat was toward third base and put the runner in a sticky situation. And obviously is now out. That's the first out for the Ridgewood Rebels here in the second. So we got 2 more to go as the Viking pitcher looks ready. Ruled ball. And not sure if you can hear the horn behind me, but our girls soccer event is also setting off. You got basketball coach Glenn Olson as the house announcer. Love to see him be more involved. Obviously, a great head basketball coach now supporting the girls soccer program. Got a pitch off. And it's a live ball, safe at third for the Ridgewood Rebels. Yeah. Stolen plate here at second as well. So the Ridgewood Rebels very strong on the plates as they bring another batter up. Strike. And the pitcher sees the jumpy third base runner hesitant on the pitch, but he'll reset. And runner safe at second. Good eyes again by the pitcher to try to catch him, but it's no good. It's going to be foul ball for the Ridgewood batter. He'll go back to the plate. Back to second. There's the shortstop trying to chase him down. Trapped. And safe at home. That's going to be a point for the Ridgewood Rebels. They're now going to meet at the mound. Going to confer as the score is now 1 for the Ridgewood Rebels, 0 for the Vikings. Still only at the top of the second though, so definitely lots more baseball to go. Vikings back in the infield. New batter now back up. Pitch is off and strike. I'd like to give a shout out to our amazing athletic director, Brett Bildstein, doing so much for our sports programs here at Niles North High School. Shout out, Mr. Bildstein. Pitch off again, and it's a strike. Also a strike, straight down the middle for the pitcher. Gonna be ruled ball. God, I want to say 2-1 count now for the Ridgewood batter. Got a runner on third and just third actually, with 1 point on the board. Ball again as the pitcher reapproaches the mound. Pitch is off, swung, and still up to bat. Here we go again. Hits the ground. Ball is live and safe at home. Now 2-0 for the Ridgewood Rebels. Here's another pitch, swung, and it's a strike. That's 3 outs for the Ridgewood Rebels as we now enter the bottom of the second. Vikings will be up at the plate, Ridgewood in the field. We'll take a quick intermission. We are back now with some more Viking action. They'll be batting as Ridgewood is in the field. We are about 1 minute into our girls' soccer game, which is definitely going to be a good one. We actually streamed them last Thursday in their home opener against the Grays Lake North Knights. They came away with a tie, but we'll also be streaming them this Thursday. So definitely won't want to miss it, only on Viking Media. To stay tuned with updates, you can always subscribe using the big red button down below and hit the bell to receive notifications whenever we go live. You also like this stream, lets us know how we're doing. You know, we understand that we're a little dusty and I guess windy today, but this is the first baseball event that we have streamed as Viking Media in 6 years. Tom Opio, number 0, up to bat for the Vikings. Number 21 from the Rebels to pitch. It's off and off the catcher. Ball. Another pitch is off, swing, and it's a dinger. Caught and out, quite a ways away from the plate. And I think that's our first big hit of the afternoon. So great on Tom Opio, getting the ball up. Fortunately for him, the Ridgewood Rebels have a great outfield, and that's out for Opio. New batter up for the Vikings. Swung and strike. Here's another one. A little hesitation, and it's in the strike zone. Now, an 0-2 count for the Viking batter. Here's another ruled ball, 1-2. He's got 2 strikes on the board. Here's the pitch and ball. And we apologize for the big pull in the middle of the screen right now. You know, we always want to keep the rest of our Vikings safe on the outside of the baseball field, and so we have some netting up there. Another ball. But yeah, this new netting was added as part of our backfield renovation that took place over the past couple of years. Looking great out here with our new turf field. I'm sure the boys down there are loving it. Pitch is off, and it's going to be a ball. He'll walk, and you now have a Viking on first base. New batter up. Pitch is off. He's trying to run, and was he tapped? No, he is safe at second. Catcher now approaching the mound. As the base runner we just saw there steal second. Feeling a little rough seeing him shake out his wrist and arm a little. But with some windmills, it looks like he's going to be okay. Big gust of wind right now. That is definitely affecting the pitching game of both of these teams. Viking up to bat. The pitcher aware of some action right behind him.
What's the rule?
And pitcher again looking behind him. Definitely got a jumpy second baseman, or second base runner rather, for the Vikings. Pitch is off, strike right down the middle. Here's another one. Ruled ball. Looking behind the pitcher, but he goes, is foul right off the bat of a Viking. I believe it's the first foul this half of the inning. And now, fortunately for this pitcher, the wind is actually coming toward the batter, meaning his toss will have more velocity. Unfortunately for us, it means I have to hold down the table I'm at. Gonna be a strike. And he's also out. New batter up for the Vikings. And pitcher tried to get the ball to second, again seeing that base runner. Second base runner, falling back onto the plate. He's going to be taken out. Looks like something with his arm, but we are glad that he's at least walking off. Substitute base runner coming on. And hopefully for the Ridgewood Rebels, he's not so jumpy. That's been a lot of the hesitation with this pitcher. He sees what's going on right behind him at second and a little hesitant to go for the pitch. That last ball did roll to the outfield. Some more action at second. Pitch is off and it's ball.
Just leave that shot.
Pitcher waiting for the wind. And it's off. Strike. Crack of the bat. Viking back up to bat. Gonna be strike. And now we are entering the top of the third. Your Niles North Vikings, 0 points. Ridgewood Rebels with 1. Behind us, we appear to have some difficulties with our soccer scoreboard. It was reading 99 points for the Vikings. That would be impressive, but it's now been corrected. Vikings have 1. We're up against Parker High School, it looks like. 1-0. About 13 minutes into that game. Softball also appears to be going well. I actually apologize. It's 2 for the Ridgewood Rebels, not 1. So definitely lots of space that the Vikings need to catch up on, but they have a lot of room to do it. We are only now entering the third inning. Vikings warming up in the field. In soccer, we have a toss, and the Vikings are in charge of the ball. And they're trying to drive it down. Good pass in the corner. I feel like I'm radio announcing right now. Kicked into the box, and Parker with possession. Now it looks like we are ready again for some more baseball. Rebel batter up. Pitch is off. Swung at it. That's a strike. There's another one. Crack of the bat. All the way in the outfield. He'll be safe at first handily. Vikings now bringing the ball in. As we wait for another Rebel batter to approach. This wind is not subsiding. I mean, that's always going to affect play here in baseball. But again, for the pitcher, they are lucky as it's coming toward the batter. Looking for another one. Fake bunt, and he is out at second. Now, no Rebel runners, but a Rebel batter up. Pitches off, swung, and recovered at first base. The runner is out. Now the second out of this part of the inning. Got another batter up for the Rebels, but this has definitely been a quick one. Vikings are doing a great job in the field as, you know, the Rebels get more comfortable with hitting against this team. Swing and foul ball for the Rebels. Another one coming down, and ball. Pitch, foul. Well behind the batter, actually. That got pretty high up, too. Pitcher winding up again. Ball comes off and ruled ball. Here's another one. Swing, strike, and out. The Rebels leave it with a 2-0 lead as we enter the bottom of the third. Vikings will be up to bat. Ridgewood Rebels will be in the field, and this has definitely been a great one so far. Had a lot of action, lots of swings, lots of dingers. Unfortunately, for those that hit the dingers, they've been caught out. So, you know, definitely a lot more time left in this game for the Vikings to catch up. I'm loving the game day ambiance, too. It is a little chilly and definitely too windy for most baseball games. But, you know, I'm loving it out here, especially being able to observe this beautiful brand new turf field installed at Niles North. And the good thing about this field is that not only do our softball and baseball programs play on it, but it's also new space for our soccer programs and our football programs to be able to practice out here. Also, have been seeing a couple of our physical welfare classes take advantage of the new space as well. Now, before, this was all a big muddy field that they happened to paint some numbers on. But now this is a real facility we've got here. And so the Vikings are extremely grateful for this brand new facility. Got the Ridgewood pitcher warming up the shoulder. And as I look behind me, we got 21 seconds left in the first half of this girls' soccer match. Looking for a drive, but caught by the goalie just at the edge of the box. Softball still going on strong. And we still got a bit more time before the Viking batter approaches. Parker kicks it out of bounds. Going to be a throw in by the varsity Vikings. The Rebel catcher is ready and the Viking batter is ready. We're here at the bottom of the third. And quick break there from the Ridgewood Rebels. The show will be on the road. Pitches off, swing and a miss, strike. Now, if a Viking does get on the bases here, they'd better be careful because this pitcher has great eyes, great communication between members of the team as well. You know, we saw earlier a jumpy second base runner from the Vikings taken out due to the great intuition of the pitcher. Pitches off, strike right down the middle. Here's another swing and foul. Batter got ahead of himself. He tried to approach the first, but ball is ruled foul, and as such, they'll be back up to bat. Pitches off, ball. Swing and foul ball, it appears. Yep. From our vantage point, it's kind of hard to see, A, the umpire calls, and B, where the ball's actually going. Oh! Duck from the batter. It's going to be ruled ball. Swing, line drive, picked up by the infielder and out at first. Just not quick enough for that great throw from all the way across the field, actually. Got a new Viking batter approaching, as there's now one out for the Vikings in the bottom of the third. Pitch is off and ball. That one looked high, and it's ball. Ball again, a 3-0 count now. One more ball, and he will walk to first. Let's see. Pitch comes off ball, and it's a walk. Now have a Viking on base as another batter approaches. Now this base runner from the Vikings has to be careful. And as you can see, pitcher intuition almost got him out. And, uh-oh. Viking runner might be in trouble. Is he safe? No, he is tagged and out. Now 2 outs for the Vikings. In the bottom of the third, we'll have a... Wow, I mean, the Vikings keep trying to steal these bases, but it is not going too hot for them. This is, I want to say, maybe the 3rd or 4th time that the pitcher has anticipated the run. Batters up for the Vikings. Swing, line drive, and caught. Taken too far by the wind, and that is the end of the 3rd inning. Your Vikings still with 0 points. The Ridgewood Rebels 2. And, I mean, you certainly can't say that the Vikings haven't tried. I mean, going for these stolen bases, just not working out for them. Great job on the Rebel pitcher to, pick up on some of that. Vikings are also swinging strong. It's just unfortunately for them, the Rebel outfield just has so much coverage. It's impressive to see. As the Vikings warm up in the field, let's transition to soccer. Going to be a goalie kick done short, chipped up by a Parker player, and headed into Viking possession. Trying to create space as the Vikings' Lawrence Saifu passes into a teammate. However, Parker now in control as the Vikings near the backfield. Rolls out. And it's a Viking throw-in. Ball is thrown in and picked up by a Viking. And Vikings Addison Lockerbie passing to a teammate, trying to chip it toward the goal, not working out for them as Parker regains possession. Leading pass is led too far, picked up by the Vikings. And knocked out of bounds as we have the Ridgewood Rebels reapproaching the plate. First pitch of the 4th is a strike. 0-1 count. And another strike straight down the middle for the Vikings. ball is contacted, and in the far outfield, oh, he's going to try to get second. He is safe at second, stolen base by the Viking runner. And that ball definitely had a lot of power on it, almost making it to our outfield gate. Substitutional runner coming in, it appears, as the Rebels establish themselves at second. New batter up. Pitch is off and ball. Oh, and foul ball, but great contact by the Rebels. Also love to see the Vikings anticipating a ball like that, moving toward it with speed. And some action at second. The Rebel is safe, though. Good eyes by the pitcher. Pitcher checking behind, but the pitch is off. Swing into the outfield and caught. The Rebel is out. Now 1 out for the Rebels at the top of the 4th. Still have a base runner on second. New batter up for the Rebels. Pitch is off and ball. You see the catcher stumble to pick it up.
That's why we had the facilities.
Here's another one, strike. One and one count for the batter as he looks to get on a plate. Still have the base runner on second. Pitcher is very much aware of it. And he's going to be safe. Got another big gust of wind here, which again is impacting play. Swing and strike. Now a 1-2 count. And swung out at first, safe at third. The Rebels are now in prime scoring position. And it's getting dangerous for the Vikings field. Two outs, though, for the Rebels. They have to be careful. Pitch is off and ball real low. Pitcher back on the mound. Ball yet again. 2-0 count for the batter. Swing and strike. 1-2 count. Or 2-1 count, rather. Some more big gusts. Now toward the north. Ball. One more and it's a walk. And the batter is walked. Now got a Rebel on first and third. But, you know, I think this might actually put the Rebels in a more dangerous position. Because, you know, the Viking pitcher, always aware of his surroundings. And so the first base runner gets a little too antsy. That might lead to an out and a done inning for the Rebels. You can see him right now leaving the base. Swing and strike. Vikings are going to approach the mound. A little bit of an update on the girls' soccer match. 4 minutes to go in the first half. The Vikings still up 1-0. As for softball, I wish I could tell you, but they're kind of really far from where we stand. 7-2 for the Vikings in softball. They're up against Regina Dominican. Or 7-3 against Regina Dominican. So, definitely lots of great Viking action happening across our fields. Here's the pitch. Low again, and live runners now have Rebels at second and third. Pitcher no longer able to use peripheral vision on that latter runner. So he's got to rely on communication from the rest of his team. Pitch is off and ball. Swing. A run for the Rebels. And an out otherwise. Rebels now up 3-0. Oh, 2-0 still. Unless we're waiting on a scoreboard update. Looks like the Rebels were ruled out before the third base runner could actually get to the plate. So very lucky for the Vikings, keeping it 2-0. They're still down, but as they enter the bottom of the fourth, there's still some more time to get up. Oh, and the softball game looks like a pitch actually just hit the batter's head, where they'll be able to walk to first. In terms of girls soccer, Vikings falling into their backfield, being very patient to take it down, actually looking more just to waste the clock. There's only 1:05 remaining in the half. Picked by the Parkers. And it's a broad kick from Parker High School. Great header defense from a Viking. Looked like that was, I recognized her. Rolls out of bounds. And going to be Parker High School tossing. Viking batter up as we enter the bottom of the fourth here in the backfield. It's now officially halfway through this match. Pitches off and ball. Low pitch. And if you can hear the buzzer behind me, it is now halftime in the girls' soccer match against Parker High School. The score 1-0. Pitches off and again a ball and a 2-0 count for this Viking batter. There's another strong swing and a strike. Looks like he had a good angle on that one too. Swing and a strike, 2-2 count. One more strike and he's out. Definitely not how the Vikings wanted to use this inning. Swing and does not look very good. Stunned by the pitch as the catcher is now at the mound. Batter back up. Still a 2-2 count. Oh, a high swing. Looking to the outfield. Catcher loses his hat but gets the catch. One out for the Vikings. Unfortunate because that one had so much velocity. First out of the inning for the Vikings as another batter approaches. Ball. And no Vikings on the bases either. So not in any type of scoring position right now. Get another ball, 2-0 count. Strike right down the middle by the Rebel pitcher. And hesitation on the swing. It's a ball. One more to walk. pitch is off, and ball. Walk for the Vikings as they finally have a base runner. And the Vikings have now gone through their full rotation of batters. Tom Alpio back up. The Viking base runner getting a little jumpy. We know what this pitcher is capable of, so he's got to stay careful. And there we go. He's going to be ruled. Yeah, it's going to be ruled safe, but definitely a close one. Again, leaving distance here. Pitch is off and ball. Here's another pitch. It's low. Yet another ball. Here's another one. Strike. First for this batter, now a 2-1 count. Ball. Now 3, one more to run. Or to walk, rather. Ball, yet another walk. Vikings now on bases 1 and 2. Rebels now approaching the mound to confer. And it's looking a bit brighter here for the Vikings. Now on bases 1 and 2. But they do know how strong and how smart the Ridgewood pitcher is, catching a lot of that jumpy action from both those plates. In the meantime, you have about 2.5 minutes left in the girls' soccer halftime. And again, can't really tell what's going on with softball from our angle here, but it does look like they're still in the lead. Ridgewood now getting back to their positions. And the winds are picking up. I actually almost just lost my laptop over the side of this table. Again, a major factor in the pitching here. Pitch is off, strike. Rebels have a pretty consistent pitcher. To give you an update on the JV game, looks like they just had an out-of-the-park home run, as evidenced by a stray ball that found its way onto the varsity field. Here's the pitch. Swung and strike. Oh, fouled. I didn't even hear the contact. This batter does have 2 strikes, though. Only 1 out for the inning on the Vikings, though. Pitch comes off, and it's a little short. Here's the pitch. Ball. That's 2 balls now, a 2-2 count for the batter. And if you can hear that horn behind me, it means the girls' soccer game is going to be back in action. We'll keep on giving you updates on that. Swing and safe at second and third. And you also got a base runner at first. Base is now loaded for the Vikings. They are now in prime position to A, at least score, but B, take the lead. Pitcher will have a lot to manage here. Here's the pitch. Ball. Looks like we had a home run in the softball game, causing an a delay rather on the baseball game. Yeah. Couldn't see who had the home run for the softball game. Definitely some points scored there. Got an antsy base runner at first here. Pitch is off, it's low, and that's a ball. Looking for another one. Ooh, and the first base runner again far out there now. Pitch is off, swing, it's high, and out. Second out now for the Vikings. And with the bases loaded, they are now at a high risk of being out of the inning. We're still at the bottom of the 4th here. But especially with the bases loaded, if even one of them makes a mistake, no points for the Vikings. We saw this last inning with the Rebels, where they actually had an out for one of their other base runners and they couldn't capitalize. Batter up and a strike. 0-1 count for the batter. Bases loaded for the Vikings. First baseman actually far out. Here's the pitch, swing, another strike, or fouled. It's hard to hear the context sometimes, man. Yeah, but first baseman isn't at the base, which is going to make it hard to at least get the first base runner out. pitch is off. Ball. 1-2 count here for the Viking batters. The Vikings have 2 outs in the 4th. Swing and a miss. That is going to be the end of the 4th inning. The Vikings, with bases loaded, cannot score off of it, and our score remains Vikings 0, Ridgewood Rebels 2. In the meantime, Vikings almost got a goal. (1-0) for the Vikings girls soccer match. Vikings still in the lead. Now entering the 5th here for baseball. And definitely won't want to miss the rest of this as we take an intermission. And we are back. First pitch of the top of the 5th is going to be a ball. Bunted by the Rebels, and oh! He's safe because you can't be in the line of the run. Took a pretty nasty flip, but it looks like everyone is at least still able to be moving. And we will take a brief intermission for injury. And the Viking baseman is up, hearing that it was Ari Kolish. He's definitely going to have to step off the field, but he is up and running. And while we have a little bit of a break in play, the baseball game, we'll give you a little bit of an update on girls soccer. Still 1-0 now, 7 minutes into the half.
You have a softball update?
And a little bit of a softball update. The Vikings are up 13-4 against the Regina Dominican Panthers. Definitely been a high-scoring one, as we've seen, as, of course, some of their stray balls travel into the baseball field. Rebels up to bat, bunted and foul. For the Vikings, the bases are loaded. Now 14-4 and 15-4. Back to baseball, though. Definitely a lot more action happening with softball. Here's another pitch, rolled ball. Oh, and we got some great defense happening right now in the Vikings girls soccer game. Now a drive down the field by Addison Lockerbie, stopped by a Parker player. Pitch is off. Yet another bunt attempt, ruled strike. 1-2 count for the Rebel batter. And batter is out. New Ridgewood Rebel batter up to play. Got one Rebel on first base, and that's it. Oh, swing, ding, and 2 outs at first base. Now the Vikings are up for some defense or offense. We are approaching the bottom of the 5th, and lots going on. We obviously just gave you the update that the Vikings were up 15-4 against the Regina Dominican Panthers. Their bases are loaded. Definitely a high scoring one. Softball update, it is 16-5 in favor of your Niles North Vikings. As for girls soccer, we almost just had a shot on goal. Parker High School now in possession. Stripped away by Addison Lockerbie of the Vikings, and she takes a fall to run into the Parker defender. Ridgewood done prepping in the field. You got a Viking batter coming up to the plate. batter is now up. It looks like we've got some more action over with softball. Swing and ding. Far outfield, hits the back gate, and the runner's now coming to second. Great, strong hit, hitting the back wall. Just not enough for the home run. Got a Viking base runner at second as the Ridgewood Rebels approach the mound. And go Vikings! Looks like it was Addison Lockerbie. Second goal of the game, now 2-0 for the Vikings. It's incredible how much Viking action we have going on in just maybe a 50-foot radius. Behind us, we have girls soccer with another goal in the 57th minute. I'm trying to think. Wait. Am I doing my math? 53rd minute. Got some Viking baseball going on. We have Viking softball who went on a rampage against Regina Dominican. And JV baseball who has definitely gotten a couple of runs in. Ridgewood still appears to be discussing strategy. And they've actually brought in a new pitcher. This will definitely be a wild card. We haven't seen him yet, but we do know that their other pitcher was very aware of the entire field. So we'll see how this one compares. And Addison Lockerbie coming down now. Girls soccer, crossover. Oh, shot on goal, saved by the Parker High School goalie. Oh, the Vikings trying to break through. Lockerbie with another shot on goal. Remains 2-0 Vikings as we get back to some baseball. Attempted bunt. It's a strike down the middle. Yep. Bunt and foul. Oh, and 2 count for the Viking batter. And a high pitch. First ball of the inning. Oh. And live ball off the missed catch. Now have a Viking runner at third and scoring position. Oh, and girls Vikings just had a missed opportunity to score. Fed by Aston Lockerbie to number 5 for the Vikings, I believe, on the other side of the goal. Still got a lot of time, though. 22:48 remaining in the Viking game. Back to baseball, though. Got an antsy runner from third. Pitches off, and outfield caught out. Can it get to home? He is. Yes, he was out. Yeah. First out for the Vikings in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a strike. 0-1 count for the batter. Ooh. And ball. 1-1 count. Oh, it was a home run. We had a scoreboard delay. 2-1 for the Vikings. I could have sworn it was safe, but obviously want to verify it with the score table. Pitch is off. Ball. Wanted the swing, and it's a strike. Still chilling in the 5th here. Taken, of course, extra long because of the pitcher switch up by the Ridgewood Rebels. Ball. Now a 3-1 count. Looking for a walk here at least. Swing and line drive toward third. It's in the far outfield. And he's going to stay at first. Great contact by the Viking batter. And I have to say the wind has subsided a little bit. We're getting some occasional gusts. But, still obviously going to have an effect on the play here. The backfields. And pitcher caught the base runner in the corner of his eye. Looking to pitch now. Oh, and safe yet again. Another pitch. First base runner is safe. Also rolled a ball on the pitch. 1-0 count. And we'd just like to give you a quick reminder here in the bottom of the 5th. If you're not already subscribed, please do. It supports Viking athletics. Gets you notified of any events that are upcoming, which there will be a lot of in the spring. And, makes us happy. Strike now. for the Viking batter. Swing and foul in the infield. Oh, Addison Lockerbie again through the defender. Passes on to number 14. And we could be looking at a Viking goal here. Kicked and just too far. Back to baseball. It's in the outfield. Now have a Viking still at first. You know, it's hard to stay concentrated when you've got so much going on out here. Pitcher sees the first baseman try to go for it again. Still safe. 2 outs, though, now for the Vikings. The score is 2-1. And, oh my goodness, the pitcher, again, nervous about this first base runner. Really prolonging this inning. Gets set to pitch. And strike. Or foul, my bad. Again, it's kind of hard to hear the contact from all the way up here. And this pitcher is kind of, it seems like he's scared to pitch, keeps looking in the corner of his eye for the first base runner. And still not getting him out. Oh, live ball off the missed catch, and now that base runner's in second. Going to be a bit harder to see him behind. Pitch is off, it's low, and that's a ball for the batter. 2-1 count for this batter who has been standing here for too long and is probably getting cold by now. It looks like softball has ended their game with a pretty large margin of victory. And the base runner, man, it's going to be a strike. Or no, again, foul ball. Really cannot tell the contact. Vikings, in terms of girls soccer, bringing it down pretty fast. It's got a leading pass here to Addison Lockerbie, and it's just short. Parker in possession, stolen by Lockerbie. And breaking through is it a goal? Go! 3 for Addison Lockerbie. Back to baseball. We've got a walk for the Vikings. Now runners at 1 and 2. And Addison Lockerbie is having a legacy run today. Oh my goodness. 3-0 for the Vikings with 13 and a half remaining on the soccer clock. And looks like Lola Slag coming down, or Giselle Slag rather. Pitch is off. Ball. 1-1 count. Yeah, also going to be safe at third. Again, antsy over there on the bases as the Vikings look to tie it up. They're down 1-2. Still in the bottom of the fifth, by the way. And pitcher scared to pitch, trying to get out number 99 from the Vikings on first base. Again, you got runners at first and third. However, if the pitcher does get a base runner out, the Vikings are out for the inning. And again, the hesitation. Dinger and foul for baseball. Meanwhile, it looks like we could have a goal, girls soccer, but it's kicked away by the Parker backfield. Again, we'd like to remind you all to subscribe to Niles North Viking Media to stay notified whenever we go live with Viking Athletics. Pitch is off, swing, and strike. And that is going to do it for the bottom of the fifth. Unfortunate for the Vikings. Very fortunate for the Rebels, who actually let one in. Now going to be top of the sixth. And we are chilly up here. Lots of wind chill, getting kind of bitter. Cameraman Leo Behrman is looking at me right now. His teeth are chattering. And so we're sniffly nosed. I mean, this is what we do for the Niles North Viking community. We'll take a brief intermission to hear as the Ridgewood Rebels wait to bat. We are here at the top of the 6th. And ball to start off. Looks like we are having some difficulties with the scoreboard. There we go. 1-1 count for the Rebel batter. Here's another pitch, low, another ball. I feel like we've been talking a lot about the weather, but it is starting to cool down as we enter the night. Also, chilly as we get to, or bitter rather, with these winds. So, here's a ball. Now 3-2 count for the batter, looking to walk. Swing, and he is going to be out. Unfortunate for the Ridgewood Rebels, but great defense from the Vikings. A little bit of a soccer update. 6:50 remaining in the match. Addison Lockerbie with her team's 3 goals. Parker High School with 0. And strike to start off this set. Swing, rolling past second baseman, or shortstop rather. And you now have a Viking on, or my apologies, a Rebel on first. 1 out for the Rebels as well at the top of the 6th. And catcher is going to be conferring with the pitcher. Does appear to be a new pitcher for the Rebels. We saw 21 to start, 26 earlier, and now 13. Oh, well, of course it's a new pitcher. These are the Vikings. Sorry, we've been out here for so long. It's been so cold. And good eyes. Is he out? No, he's going to be ruled safe. But yeah, the cold is definitely affecting my ability to call. Vikings are up to pitch. And second base stolen. Oh, drive coming down in girls soccer. Knocked out by Parker. Pitch is off, strike. And the Rebel second base runner halfway between second and third before he ended up running back, living quite dangerously. Vikings ready to pitch. It's off. Swing. It's high, and where is it? I suppose it's a foul ball. That's a ball, and that's a walk. Now have a Rebel on first and second. One out at the top of the sixth. Ooh, good pitch. Foul ball, though. Am I running camera for you? Pitch comes off. That's a strike. Now an 0-2 count for the Ridgewood batter. Oh, and good eyes by the Viking pitcher, waiting to pitch there. Rebel is going to remain safe, though. Back up the pitch. And again, little antsy. That's a swing and a strike. Pitch is off. Ball. And the wind is coming back. Again, impacting play here. Ball. Could be looking at a walk here. Looks like a 2-0 count for right now. Ooh. Pitch almost knocking him out. But that's going to be a ball. Now 3-0 count, one more to walk. You also have a Rebel on first and second. Oh, strike. Missed catch, though. And that is game for girls soccer. If you heard the buzzer behind me, your Niles North Vikings 3 goals to Parker's 0. There's a ball and a walk for the Rebels. Now loaded bases for the Rebels. They've been in this situation before. However, unfortunately for them, they weren't able to score off it as the Vikings got one of their guys out before the third base runner can make it all the way to home plate. But back to girls soccer. 3-0 is the Viking victory. All 3 scored by Addison Lockerbie. She's a verbal commit to Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. So, lots of promise in that program. We'll be covering them again on Thursday, as I believe that's their 3rd home match, so you definitely won't want to miss. Baseball-wise, that's a strike. 2 outs now for the Ridgewood Rebels, too. They're in a dangerous place. And, again, basically the same situation they were in earlier, I believe. It was the top of the 3rd either or 4th. And missed catch. Is he safe? Out. Oh, my goodness. Quick hands there by the Niles North Vikings to stop the score. And we're dropping to the bottom of the 6th. Man, the Vikings are now having fewer and fewer opportunities to get back. They're still down 2-1, but great defense there on the infield. Quick hands at home plate by the catcher who, missed the catch, but then was able to get the ball down and an out, the final out for the Rebels at the top of the sixth. And now that we don't have girls soccer to talk about, and now we don't have softball to talk about, we're going to be stuck with some more intermissions. So give us 2 minutes and we'll be back with some more Viking action. And we are back now. The first pitch was a ball as we're now in the bottom of the sixth. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine if it was the second? Too cold, man. And there's a run. He's going now down to second, or is he? Ball recovered in the outfield. The Viking runner safe at first. New batter up. And that runner is actually out. Here's a foul ball going over the netting onto the track. And, well, I guess you can only build netting so high. Ball, wow, that's a high pitch. Yep, rolled ball, now a 1-1 count, 1 out for the Vikings. Here's another one, swing and a miss, strike. Now 1-2 count. And we could be looking at another Viking out as I almost lose the computer to the wind. I thought it was going away a little bit. Nuh-uh. Mother Nature reminding me that I always gotta watch my back. There's another ball. Pitch is off. Ooh. Hesitated on the swing, rolled ball. One more to walk. Vikings looking for something here. Swing and foul, almost goes above the netting again. And my goodness, I think we need maybe a 10-foot extender on there or something. Swing, another foul, and he's making contact too low on the ball. 3-2 count, one out for the Vikings at the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch, straight into, oh. And out at first. I thought the pitcher caught that, but we had a bad angle on it. Commentary will be back soon because we know you'll miss it, of course. And we are back. If you missed it, we are now at the top of the 7th. Ridgewood hoping to make a gain on their lead. Here's the pitch. He has to duck for it, and it's a strike. Loose ball, though. And he's going to be out. One out now for the Ridgewood Rebels on offense. Here's another batter. And a swing. Caught by the shortstop and loose from the first baseman. Out. Yeah, that's Ari Kolish, who actually earlier in the game had a bit of an injury. Good to see him back on the field, fully recovered, and making some plays for the Vikings. Now 2 outs for the Ridgewood Rebels at the top of the 7th. And, you know, at this point in the game, they'd be looking to increase their lead. They are up 2-1, but they want to increase the lead to make it even more uncomfortable for the Vikings as they enter the bottom. But so far, that has not been happening. Pitch is off. Ball. It's kind of crazy to think that we've now been streaming for 2 hours. And actually, the game had been going on before we tuned in, so definitely a testament to, that's a foul ball, a testament to the stamina of these baseball players, especially enduring the cold. It's a little bit warmer down there, but up here it is freezing with the bitter winds, which, as I've mentioned at least 10 times, has an impact on the game. Low pitch, it's a ball. 2-1 count for the batter. Three balls now. Looking for the walk. Swing and strike. 3-2 count. One more strike. And not only is the batter out, but the Ridgewood Rebels are out. They'll still have the 2-1 lead, but it'll be easier for the Vikings to recover. However, there's the ball and there's the walk. The count resets, and Ridgewood is back up. And Viking pitcher now ready. Pitch is off and ruled ball. It's loose, though, by the catcher. Can he make second? Oh, yes, he can. He is safe. And now Ridgewood has their one base runner at second. 2 outs still. And just, you can tell there's been some time passed, as it's definitely darker on our secondary camera here. Here's the pitch, very strong. That's a strike. 1-2 count for the batter. If we get one more strike, it means that the Ridgewood Rebels have no more opportunities to score. It's only up to the Vikings. However, we still got a pitch here. He's observing that second base runner, and it's a ball. Unfortunate, a lot of umps If you even start the swing, you might call that a strike, but lots of grace here in the high school game, it appears. JV game just ended, it seems. And 3 balls for the Ridgewood batter. Pitches off. Dinger, is that a foul? Yes, it is. Cover your heads. And is he out? Yes, he is. The Ridgewood Rebels are done with offensive play. It is now up to the Niles North Vikings to make up the 1 point to tie the match. Hopefully 2 to win it outright. I don't know if we necessarily want to go to extra innings. Kind of chilly, but nevertheless, the Vikings have the opportunity to take control of the game. We'll be back with some more Viking action very shortly. And we are back. Winds are kicking back into effect, as evidenced by my laptop that almost just fell onto the floor. The weather has been big the past, the first full week of the spring sports season. When we were covering the softball home opener, wind was coming in heavy. Same with girls soccer on Thursday, and now we're here with baseball. Again, having to deal with the weather. Here's the pitch. That is a ball, very high pitch. Here's another. That's a swing. Where's it going? Going in the outfield. Caught. That's an out. Great power on the swing, just too far high. And now 1 out for the Vikings in the bottom of the 7th here. Chances slowly going down. Back with the pitcher and batter, though. Here it goes. Wanted the swing. but is ruled a ball. 1-0 count. Pitches off, swing, line drive toward first, and he's out. Oh my goodness, 2 outs back to back, and the Vikings starting to lose confidence. Vikings need something big here. Need an out of the park homer, or I don't even know. 2 outs so quick. They had an opportunity to oh my goodness, to take control, but it is not working out for them. Here's the pitch. Ball. Luckily for this pitcher, he doesn't have to worry about any base runners, and he goes for it. Swing. Oh, gets past 2 fielders. Are you going to run that to second? No, you're not. You are safe at first. And we now have a base runner for the Vikings. Chances just went up. Still a very close game to call here, though. Ridgewood up 2-1 as the Vikings are in offensive control in the bottom of the 7th. Pitches off, swing, and fouled. And try to steal the base. He is still safe, though. That could have been dangerous. He's inching towards second again. He's off on the run. Is he out? Safe. Viking base runner now at second base, making some risky maneuvers in order to get the job done. I am apparently commentating too loud. Someone on the ground just yelled my name. That's a little embarrassing. They looked up at me. I know her. Looking for the pitch. It's off. High pitch. That's a ball. We now got a 1-2 count here in the backfield of Niles North. 2 outs on the board for the Vikings, and I'm getting nervous. Base runner on second. Pitcher has to be aware. Yep. Makes the glance. Pitches off, and ball yet again. From our angles, these look like really good pitches, actually. But we're lucky that wasn't a strike, as it's a 2-2 count. One more pitch, the game is over. One more ball, and you bat again. Pitcher looks behind him yet again. Some light action by the second base runner. Shortstop wanting to get there too. But the pitch is off. High ball. 3-2 count. One more ball, and the Viking walks. The count resets. This could be it. Bottom of the 7th. Base runner on second. Viking up to bat. The pitch is off. Swing. Infield. You better get there. And that is game. Your Niles North Vikings take a loss 2-1 to the Ridgewood Rebels. What an amazing game we had here tonight. The Vikings coming out strong, facing a lot of adversity, struggling on the run. The Ridgewood Rebels, meanwhile, quite dominant, very consistent pitchers. Even with that pitcher switch, still ended up all right for them, as evidenced by the 2-1 victory for Ridgewood. Unfortunate, but the Vikings will be bouncing back knowing them. As for Viking media, please subscribe to stay tuned of all of our events. This has been a busy week. Yesterday we had the boys volleyball home opener. Today we had baseball. Tomorrow we have softball. We actually just won 16-4 against Regina Dominican High School. And then on Thursday we'll be at Chuck Post Stadium with the girls soccer match. So my name is Anthony. Leo, you want to say something? My camera person Leo's here.
My name is Leo Behrman.
And from all of us here at Niles North Viking Media, we hope you have a good night.